Okay guys, it's time for a card trick. Alright, imagine if you will that this is a bar. This is the bartender, this is Johnny, and over here we have four guys sitting around a poker table playing poker. Well, one of the guys gets a little too crazy with the betting. He runs out of money, but he has a check in his pocket for $40. So for whatever reason, he asks Johnny, do you think you could go cash this check for me? Johnny says, okay. This is where I would normally have someone else cut the deck, but since I'm here by myself, I do it myself. So Johnny leaves, he goes down 1 block, he goes down 2 blocks, he goes down 3 blocks, he goes down 4 blocks, he goes down 5 blocks and 2 houses, and Johnny comes back. And with him, he has 4 $10 bills for the man. So the guy says, wow, thank you, Johnny, where'd you get them? He said, 68 South 4th Street. So the guy says, well, thank you, Johnny, here's a $2 tip. So the guys go on, they're playing their poker, and they decide they're getting a little thirsty. Nothing really in the bar appeals to them very much. So the bartender's not too happy about that, but Johnny says, I'll find you something, so he leaves again. He goes down 1 block, he goes down 2 blocks, he goes down 3 blocks and 2 houses, and Johnny comes back. And with him, he has 4/5 of Ace High whiskey. So the guy says, wow, thank you, Johnny, this is awesome. Where did you get it? He said, 68 South 4th Street. So the guy says, well, thank you, Johnny, here's a $2 tip. So the guys got their whiskey, they got their poker, they're pretty happy and all, but they're just missing one more thing. They're missing the women. So they say, Johnny, go find us some girls. Find us some women. So Johnny leaves. Johnny goes down 1 block, Johnny goes down 2 blocks and 4 houses. And Johnny comes back again. And with him he has the 4 ladies. So the guys are like, awesome, Johnny, where did you get them? He says 68 South 4th Street. And they say, well, thank you, Johnny, here's a $2 tip. So they got their women, they got their whiskey, and they start getting a little rowdy. They're tearing up the bar, and the bartender says, man, Johnny, this is getting pretty awful. They're throwing chairs around and everything. So he sends Johnny off to get the police. So Johnny runs out of the bar as fast as he can. He's huffing and he's puffing. He goes down 1 block, and he goes down 2 blocks, and he goes down 2 houses, and Johnny comes back. And with him he has the 4 policemen who come to take that whole mess out of there. So thank goodness. Bartender says, thank you, Johnny, you saved my ass. Here's a $5 tip. So the bartender and Johnny get to talk, and the bartender asks Johnny, how old are you? And Johnny says, I'm 53. The bartender says, that's funny, you don't look a day over 35. How many kids do you have, Johnny? And Johnny says, I have 2. How many times have you been married? Johnny says, 7. The bartender says, wow, that reminds me of one time I was playing down at the 77 Club. I was playing poker with this guy, and I had 4 natural 9s. And then the other guy, he turns out he beat me with a straight flush.